Hey everyone, it's been a little while. Been pretty busy with move and stuff, but this game, Into the Breach, just came out today, and been pretty excited to play it. So figured it'd be fun to go ahead and try streaming that as I fumbled my way through and try and get a feel for this one. This is from the developers of Faster Than Light, which was kind of a roguelite spacefaring game. And this one is my understanding is a roguelite tactics game, both of which are things I enjoy. So we'll kind of be hopping right in here, seeing how this goes. But excited to try this one out. This is as far as... Okay, that's off to a good start. I'll say I was hanging out on the menu. Huh. Okay, so... Time Traveler. So kind of the idea of this one, I guess, is that when you restart, you're actually traveling back in time to try again in canon, which is a fun one. Got a couple of mechs here that'll presumably tell us how to use. I'll also note that I've really liked the music so far. I was hanging out on the main menu for quite a while, getting the stream set up and everything, and much like FTL before it, this has a very high-quality soundtrack. Hey, Redbeard, glad to see you joining us. Glad you're making it in to see us try and figure this thing out. Corporate Islands. Museum Island. So got minor design quibble already that I want to mouse over these enemies to see what they are, but if I try and do that, I lose focus here. Alright, so it shows me my current loadout, reputation, reactor cores, power grid, saved people. Alright, let's hop on in. Civilizations of the past had a military strength vastly exceeding ours. Good thing we preserved some of their old war machines. This is a combat simulation. Yes, I would like to understand what's going on. Okay, power grid. This is the power grid. When a building is damaged, the power grid is reduced. If it is reduced to 0, you lose. Every enemy attack is forewarned. This is a new mechanic I've been seeing around lately that's kind of interesting. Slay the Spire was a very good game that I played a bunch of over Christmas break that also used a showing enemy actions so that you could play around them. Hover over to see details about the attack. This is your combat mech. It can punch any adjacent tile. Click on your mech, move it closer to the enemy, and punch. Alright, so we move. Weapon use. Right. Click on a weapon to use it. Number keys as shortcuts. Alright, so, and we pushed this, so it's now going to uselessly hit a mountain. Cool. Pushing, an arrow means the unit will be pushed. Damage, push plus damage. Cool. Yeah, terrain is damageable. That's kind of interesting. This is your tank. It shoots a projectile that travels in a straight line until it hits another object. Alright, and also pushes. And then select you. Okay, so there's not... We can't just click on it to walk up and punch it intelligently. Alright. So, how does pushing... Can you push things into each other? Artillery can shoot over obstacles, but cannot shoot adjacent. So... Not clear to me how this works. So, okay. Nice little mouse over tooltip here. Single tile and pushing adjacent tiles. Okay, so we get to use this to... It won't damage the building, and we can use it to knock them into the water. Yep, fell into water, killing it instantly. And then we can punch this guy. I can't believe it! Yes. Save us! Alright, every mission you win by defeating the Vec or fighting them until they retreat. Okay, so this is until our victory. That's good to know. So... I guess these fly so they don't die immediately upon hitting water. So we can... Let's see. You deal... Does it show how much damage? Bonus objective. Kill enemies before they retreat. Cool. Damage 1. Damage 1. Damage 2. So, can you move twice? Alright, well that's not great. But, okay, pushing deals extra damage. Good to know. Alright, and then we've pushed this away from the city, and this will hit our mech, but that's not as bad as hitting the city. And... So you can't split up your move. It's looking to me like. Massive. Can walk in water. But water will prevent shooting. Interesting. Alright. It's a little annoying that it gives the ending your turn warning. Even if you can't actually make any illegal attacks. Right. Did we win the video game? We have completed the bonus objective. Yay! We saved everything. A flawless tutorial. Alright, so we saved, or we protected 1,000 civilians. I am confident in your ability to save the planet after such extensive training. The power grid connects to every... Alright. Every mission has different potential rewards for completing bonus objectives. You won't be able to do every mission on the island. Interesting. Power, used to upgrade your mechs. Good to know. Grid power, not lose the game. Reputation, used to purchase once the island is secure. Cool. So, This gives us corporate... This gives us lots of corporate reputation. This gives us some corporate reputation and some power grid. I'd rather focus on winning rather than not losing this early in the game. Destroy the dam. End battle with less than 4 mech damage. Cool. Alright, so I get to choose where to deploy everything. I would guess that pushing things against the edge of the map deals them damage. And if we push this into this, that gives us more opportunities to hurt things. We do also want to make sure we have time to destroy the dam within 5 turns. So let's put you here, and you here. Confirm. Okay, so they get first move. Okay, and we've got more enemies emerging. So there was a little burning tree icon, so that, which seems worth knowing about. We would like to stop this from being a thing if possible. We can't move close enough to punch this. So, still figuring out all the UI here. Okay, so you deal 1 damage, you deal 1 damage, you deal 2 damage. We're not going to be able to get a full contain on these guys. Can we knock any of these back to being harmless? I think it's probably... So we could use artillery in a clever way to push this guy onto an axis where he's not doing anything. But I would guess that's worse than just finishing one enemy off. Oh, and we get to do damage to the dam here, which is nice. Oh, but we're actually not going to kill this. Forest fire. This forest tile took damage, turning it into a fire. A unit that stands on fire will ignite and take damage every turn. So we want to take less than 4 mech damage, but I think it's still better to take a little bit here than take city damage. And then we unturn, and we'll see how badly we messed this up. So fire damage there is pretty nice. Oh, this... Okay. So that's the thing. So that's 2 mech damage. Yeah, this game doesn't take it easy on you. Alright, so... that unit, I think, is just going to die on its turn. We can also punch this into a wall and kill it. We can let this hit the building and kill this. Alright, cool, and then we've got that hitting the mountain, and hopefully this dies at the start of its turn. Cool. That punches some rocks. Alright, I don't think we're going to... Well, if we destroy the dam, do we drown this? Vexion creates a passive bonus to all Vec. Killing it removes the bonus. Cool. So if I can punch you, blow up the dam. I think blowing up the dam might kill both of these. Can you... Webbed. Mouse over the status icon. Can't move, but can still attack. Can you attack the dam? No. Can you... Where did it say that you were massive? Also massive. So you can... None of my guys will die to the dam. So let's blow up the dam. Alright. So we got that going for us. And then we get to punch this. Destroy an entire mountain range. That's cool. Alright. And looks like we're going to be good on objectives. That first mission is going pretty well, despite feeling like we flubbed it somewhat. We have not taken any damage to any buildings or anything. Okay, so we could punch you into a building, but that would also hurt the building. But we can just punch you past the building, and that's fine. We actually want to... This is going to hit this building. So if we just push this somewhere... What do you do? I don't know if we push the Scorpion, if it'll shoot all the way to here. I don't fully understand enemy movement yet. So what are... Okay. So assuming we don't push anything, we've got 4 damage to spread around. So we could kill... Leave one of these up. So if we're not... Worst case scenario, we're not Trixie at all. We kill these 2, and this one hits a building. Neither of these can really be pushed anywhere where they're not going to do much. This one theoretically could, but... We can take 1 more mech damage for free. So... If we chose to body block with a mech... Not this one. So... But this can still only fire on natural axes. So this is implying to me that we're going to take 1 grid power damage. Oh, no, we can punch this to you. Okay, so... Oh, you can't shoot adjacent squares. Okay. So, I think we're just gonna... Okay, cool. So that guy actually doesn't have a ranged attack effectively. So maybe this one can't attack the this building either, in which case maybe we could finish this thing off somehow. It's kind of... You can't get to there. Oh, we could just take the mech damage to push this. That sounds like fun. Oh, shit. It pushed chains. Learn something new every day. Alright. Pilot was killed and will not be able to act for the rest of the mission. Alright, well, live and you learn, I guess. Okay, we are learning that these things mostly are actually making melee attacks. We did not end with less than 4 mech damage. Oh, and our pilots level up, so that's super bad. Alright. Claire died. Okay. So we didn't lose the mech, but we did lose the pilot. We got 1 reputation. We did not get any cores. Pretty interested in getting cores. We did not lose any power. Oh, defense bonus is kind of cool. We've saved 1,000 people. Not sure if this is good for anything or if this is basically just a fancy way of saying score. Defensive shields active. Let's see what that means. Some buildings start with a free shield. I keep trying to use X to get out, escape to get out of things. Sure. I like avoiding grid damage. Old Earth Mine. Any unit that steps on this space will trigger the mine and be killed. Pushing people into mines sounds like a lot of fun. So... They do get a move after this, though. So I should be careful. Alright. Okay, so we can just walk away from this bug, punch this bug. Shoot this into a mine. And just get out of the way of this. That all sounds like a thing to be doing to me. Oh, but I can't move here. Any unit blocking this space will take 1 damage. That's good to know. Oh, I can just... This was the one I was going to use to push it anyways. So I don't necessarily want to shoot this because it would push it into attacking this building. Yeah. And I can't shoot this because the tank only shoots the first thing. Oh, and this is an AI unit. I guess I would need to find a replacement pilot. So losing that pilot in that first mission was probably really bad. And don't want to shoot, so we'll just end turn. Alright, so... Move 2, flying, can fly over any terrain tile. And everything else gets an extra HP. So I can kill it by pushing it onto the emerging spot. I can also probably do some wackiness with mines there. What can you do, if anything? It is weird that everything pushes, because it means I can't ever shoot anything into buildings. I think... Do the buildings take damage if I shoot into them? You know what? Let's just learn. The UI strongly implies that yes, they do. That's fine. This guy wasn't going to be able to shoot anything else anyways. So... I could just punch this into a mine. But then I would take bug damage, and I can just do that by walking around, and I can punch this into a mountain. That does involve taking some amount of grid damage this turn. I don't know that there's a way to avoid it. So I could shoot this into a mine and let this live another turn. And then shoot it with this next turn into something relevant. That sounds kind of fun. Prevent more immediate grid damage. And then turn. Casualties and grid damage. Oh, interesting. It only is a thing if they move directly and onto it. You can move over mines without effect. So you're probably just going to punch this. And you can shoot that, and it'll die when the thing pops up, and we can use this to knock this into a mine. This all sounds like good plans to me. And then it should die when the thing burrows up here. Nice. Alright, so it looks like we might get both of our objectives. Can you move far enough to knock this into here? No, you cannot. Can you... Can't move far enough that way either. What about you? So you can knock this one into a mine. But this scorpion's going to attack for 1. But you can just shoot that off you. Nice. So then we can just move this here. Starting to get a handle of this short-term flow of this game. I'm sure as time goes on, I'll figure out more about, like, putting my units in places where they'll be useful later. So lost 1 grid power. So that's kind of our long-term health. Oh, and we got 1 grid power, so we're net neutral on the mission. We did lose a few people there from that building taking 1 hit. +2 mech HP. Alright. Corporate reputation. You can spend reputation on supplies at the end of the island. Okay, so islands are kind of wing of, like, a series of challenges. I really like mines, is something I'm learning. Defend the train. Defend the artillery support. Defend the satellite launches. I don't know. Just pick one of these at random. Okay, got a bunch of scorpions here. This is one of those things where I just, like, not quite willing to, Wait, what? Huh. Equipment from the future! Awesome. Okay, so I can move through my own units. That's good to know. Oh, okay. Looks like the train moves a set number of spaces, so I don't think I'm going to... Okay. But now I'm learning that it will chain and deal a bunch of damage to my own units if I try and knock these into each other. I'm not sure if that's true if they die. But it certainly could be true. Oh, you can't move right now. Oh, we can just do... nope. Okay, nice. It gives me a little tooltip if it's going to cause me horrible problems. So, the way this is set up, I can't currently get a great angle on any of this. So I'm just going to have to punch this guy. Why can't I move through here now? Is it just that I don't have enough movement? Alright, so we're already having some problems. This building is going to take a hit. We probably could have avoided that if we had set up a little bit better. Can't drop a shell anywhere that's going to push it very usefully. Alright. Oh, nice. That 15% defense doing work for us. Alright, so we've got incoming train wreck. Our mech is once again all wrapped up. We can kill this next turn. So the train is going to hit this. Unless we punch it out of the way, it's going to hit us. I will say I like that we're having so much problem with this game, because it indicates that there is a lot of goodness to be had. Okay. So, what are we doing? We move this over to push this, which won't kill it until next turn. Which is rough, because it'll be a full turn of giving all of this stuff health. Can just punch this out of the way. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, destroyed time pods. So you can push stuff onto them, is good to know. Train is going to hit there. So we could... yeah, we can move the artillery here to push this back off the grid. Oh, but no, it would... that would push into our mech. So we'll just knock this out. And push this guy to where I'll die next turn. And let everything go horribly wrong. So the train takes a hit, the building takes a hit. Alright, so this has range is its thing. Slowly learning the basics of the enemy types here. We can push this off. So not the most efficient turn in the world, but we're not going to take any more damage. And we lost a time pod, is the thing that I'm really sad about, because that's probably a fairly important thing for us to learn what it does. Alright, so we saved the train, sort of. Most of the civilians. Weeks to fix that train. Yeah, lost the time pod. So it's not clear to me, are we going to do every single mission on this area, or does something change at some point? It implied that you wouldn't get to do every single one, but there's nothing currently telling me how that's going to work. So let's see. So you get your initial placements, then they get to move, then you get to attack. Alright, so I can pretty easily push all three of these off of attacking anything relevant. This is nice because it is a 2-for-1 in that area. And then I can punch this into a wall. And shoot this like this. Alright. Probably not an optimal first turn, but nothing has gone horribly wrong yet. Alright, so we've got another good push here where we get to knock 2 of these off. But we are missing out on some damage when we do that. We can just walk up and punch either of these. And we're even getting some free damage there. So do we care which one of these? Oh, we need to push this one and punch that one. Okay. So dead. Scatter. And alright. Oh! I didn't see that the missiles did cool things. Good to know. Okay. It's a ground tile with no special effect, you say? Satellite rocket. Stable, cannot be pushed. Launching a satellite into space destroys the surrounding area. The only problem being that... Okay, so we can... Oh, if we push it, push chains is the thing we need to keep being careful of. Is that I think if we shoot this one, it'll deal damage to the rocket. So I'd rather protect the... So we can just put an artillery here, and that'll knock off both of these. And then... we don't have quite enough to kill this is a problem. Is there any terrain we can use to our advantage? This rocket is about to go off. So if I push here, it will deal 1 damage to the rocket, but I think we can actually handle that. Oh, it doesn't push chain. Huh, I thought I literally already lost a unit to push chaining, so don't quite know what to make to that yet. I'm sorry, Claire. I love these forest fires. The terrain in this game is really great. I think one of the things they, that I'm really enjoying about this so far, in comparison to a lot of tactical games, is the degree to which, like, the layout of stuff matters. Like the fact that you've got all these buildings that you're trying not to shoot things into when all of your weapons deal pushback. You've got these forest fires lighting up. Omar's got a pretty good shot here. Alright, and then... nice! I think that is all of them. Right, so that is more or less a flawless mission. No, this one is not early access, which actually surprises me a little bit because, if I recall correctly, FTL was a huge early access success. So it's interesting that they didn't choose to go that route again. What? Okay, so once you've gotten enough of the island, it destroys and you do one big nice fight. Alright, Rain. Oh, that rain's gorgeous. It's a very minimalist effect, but I think part of it is anchoring from Stardew Valley that has just led me to deeply, deeply love pixel rain art. But destroy the Firefly leader, protect the corporate tower. Alright, I like this. Got a good chunk of health. We'll want to beat up that. Definitely like getting... Want as much horizontal movement as possible on this, so setting it up and back. Okay, so I can get a little extra damage by punching you into a wall, but, inspect units. Massive, good to know. Plus 1 HP to all Vec. Hive Leader, immune to water, challenging to kill. Alright. So... Okay, so this is the corporate tower. Need to defend this. Seems like a good time to move this tank, being as it is the only thing that is currently getting hit by anything. We can get free damage on this with our artillery without risking anything, but I do feel like we want to clear out some amount of this. Alright, let's just have you punch this. I do want to get some damage on the leader eventually, but for now, I'm pretty happy. Just, well, we can actually hurt this without pushing it into anything, so we'll just throw some free damage on here and deal with more problems as they arise. Still so sad about all the things we've lost. Alright, so few more enemies this round. We get to largely ignore this ranged... Oh no, it'll hit this building. I don't know that we get to ignore anything. Alright, so we do need to deal with this eventually. Do they attack each other? I wonder. So you can go kill this, but that's a little bit of a waste. Well, how much range is on this artillery? Ah, yes, you've got great range. I really like having you on this rotatable back line. So, shooting here would deal both. Shooting there doesn't do much. Does it say how much range they have? Looks like it is probably just infinite range. It doesn't seem like, other than melee, there is a lot of variance in range. But if we push this in the way to block the shot, we get kind of a 2-for-1. I do probably like tanking with a mech. Oh, this is actually, if we push this to here with the artillery and then walk up and punch it, that's pretty cool. Is that... Yeah, I like that. So... Oh, we do need to protect the tower. That's actually our objective, so let's not forget about that. So in that case, we probably want to push with this. So, we could kill both of these, but we actually just need to protect the corporate tower. Oh, I'm sorry, Claire! Alright, so we're going to take a little bit of mech damage and a little bit of grid damage here. Oh, they do attack each other. Excellent. Oh, and it died to the burrowing up. That's amazing. Okay. Oh god, and that did a ton of damage to us, though. Alright, so we can't... Huh. You really can't get anywhere useful? You're so slow. So you can shoot this into a wall pretty hard. I'm not feeling like we're in danger of losing this mission very much, but we're not coming out super far ahead. So we could shoot this here, and that would kill it. This is only going to deal 1 damage to us. And this would also deal 1 damage to us. Like, I'd assume that mechs heal up between... Wait, we can actually just... Oh, no, we need to kill this. We don't actually need to kill it, because we can push it back to where it's not doing anything. New pathing available. Alright. And end turn. So we get to take a 1 damage hit here. 2 turns. Kind of surrounded here. I like this line of enemies, though. So I still don't fully understand this pushing mechanic, so I'm going to be a little careful around it. That didn't quite kill that. So then, you can go ahead and kill that. Maybe I didn't need... Well, we've got 2 guys attacking buildings, and I'm only going to be able to stop 1 of them now. So we're going to take 1 more hit to a building. We'll just throw a little scatter on there. And building will take a hit. Getting the extra HPs on this guy was definitely important. Alright. I don't know. I guess, you know, for our first island, first game, I'm actually pretty happy with that performance. Region secured. Got a little achievement for that. Spend reputation. Alright. So we've got 7 reputation from missions. All mechs gain 1 HP. Sounds great. I would take any amount of damage over any amount of HP in general. Grid power, reactor cores. We haven't gotten any of these yet, and apparently they're pretty pricey. Oh, this is... Wait. Donate weapons and pilots for reputation. No, this is giving up selling things, which I'm definitely not interested in. No matching mech. Right. These are all... Alright, so definitely want the HP. And then we've got all these science class weapons we can't use yet. I would assume these are like a worse rate than you just get in general, but I want to figure out how to use reactor cores. Right, install. Oh, so this is similar to the FTL mechanic. Oh, yeah. Well, getting more move on this is great. So we could technically unequip this Titan Fist. That's pretty interesting. Wouldn't be at all useful. And we don't actually have the extra health. Huh. Extra XP per kill. Alright. So what? +1 damage, health. Okay, no. So this is always available. Can also upgrade damage here. Alright. Seems like a pretty sweet system. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this game so far. This seems like a really sweet one. Oh, unspent reputation is lost. Never mind. Confuse shot. So we can either buy grid power. You know, well, I don't think, like, if I were just trying to win the game, I think grid power would not be my investment. But since we're learning, let's stay alive as long as possible and learn as much as possible. In future games, you will be able to visit unlocked islands in any order. So the next is the desert planet. Looks like we've got foresty, desert, ice, and cybernetic. We can postpone the discussion of advanced weaponry until you use it. Alright, so we've got the corporate HQ. No little training thingy. Hey, I'd really like a robot core. High threat detected. Ugh. It doesn't... I don't see... I'd be curious if there's some way of knowing. We're going to take the risk and get the core. If there's some way to know how many of the island locations you get to do before the attack, or if it's just going to be... You'll find out when you find out. So, Earth Mover. So, unclear on how we're supposed to protect this when we're completely across the map. Okay, artillery bug. So the ground widened? Huh. Alright, a lot of interesting stuff going on here. So, you are going to charge me. You are causing problems in general. So, you are... Huh. So if I push you back and then punch you, I can kill this one. I've got enough movement. You know, getting rid of this will do us a lot of good. Assuming I can actually... I'd have to spend the punch or both of my other things. There's nothing I can push it into, unless I wanted to push it into myself. Alternately, I can push it on this, it'll die, but I don't get to strip the health this turn. Okay, so this is a scarab, this is an alpha scarab. Okay, so this does 1 damage, this does 2 damage. Oh, can you... You only have move 3. If I were to push you this way, you would not. Alright, a lot of interesting stuff going on here. So you I can pretty easily dodge this turn. You I could just punch. Get rid of some health. So you're the only thing that's actually going to attack super meaningfully. And I wish I could push you into a wall, but that's not going to be super easy. Alright. So you're just going to punch this. Oh, you charge all the way. Good to know. And you deal 1 damage. Okay, not the worst. So we could even body block that if we wanted to. This is just really good value on damage. Oh, it canceled the attack. For presumably reasons. Smoke. Units in smoke cannot attack or repair. Why is it in smoke? I don't know. Earth Mover. Stable. Okay, turns... This is building a larger bridge. Okay, so... This would mess things up a bit. Only deal... It would deal 3 damage. I would still get hit by everything. Can I do anything? So... This is a little risky. I take the hit. And knock these into each other. Oh no, this doesn't work at all like I wanted to. Alright, well, not quite what I was going for. Yeah. Oh god, so many of these guys. Alright. So... I can knock you into a hole and you'll die, I assume. So as a start, I just kind of like that. Dodge this big nasty dude. And I think I'm probably going to have to... Well, I could... No, this is artillery. I could move into that location if I... And just tank the shot. That has power. Can't knock that into the hole. Would have to shoot that to knock this into the hole. Really don't want to lose this, even though it is my AI, so it's arguably the least valuable. If I knock this back one... I mean, I can also just kill it. The problem is... I've got 3 of these attacking buildings and can only move 2 of them at most. You know, in that world, it probably makes the most sense just to kill this one and let them waste attacks on the same building. Leveled up. I got an achievement for that. Nice. It's my time traveler doing work. I like it when you try and shoot at me who can move instead of buildings that can't move. So this super high health guy is a giant hassle. Oh, but I can just move here, punch this. Oh, you're still attacking. I can shoot you into a mountain range. I do need to knock this guy off course. Knocking this guy into a hole is pretty good value, but I do kind of want to keep him from blowing up the Earth Mover. Alright, so how many things do I actually need to deal with? Knocking you into a hole is really good. Preventing you from hitting the Earth Mover is good. But I think as long as it's... Oh god, I wasn't even paying attention to this, and this is apparently the big thing I'm really supposed to be worried about. That's funny. Alright. So if I punch this into the way, this will charge into it. But that would put me in the way of getting hit by it. Unless I shoot it and kill it. Oh, but if it's dead, it doesn't block. Well, taking back damage is nothing. And then I can just shoot this for value. And then turn. Did take 1 damage to this thing. So, slightly annoying. Alright, so this is my last turn. So I want to kill... These two are just going to charge this guy, so if I move him, he's fine. This is hitting a building, which I care about. This I can just move. This is the only thing I care about. Alright, and then killing is good for XP, just like in real life. Enter. Cool! So, that was a little bit of a rough one. We did lose... I think only 1 grid? And, we got that power core, which is a pretty nice upgrade. Is there any way to replace my pilots? I assume maybe that's like a thing you can buy at the end? Okay, so this is just inherent. This we have to spend on. Installing power cores seems to be permanent, but once you do it... So I'd love to get some extra damage. Building's immune. Oh, that's pretty fun. That has been a hassle. Yeah, I kind of like trying that. Always in for testing out some differences of kind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little more grid. So, protect a coal plant. or protect a power generator. I feel like these are pretty similar and this map looks more interesting. Let's give it a shot. I really like the UI in this game. Like, it's very snappy and just feels good. Look, Jessica, we're doing a very good job. Oh, hey. Where'd you guys come from? Alpha Hornet and Hornet. So we can move here, kill this one, and scatter the other off of hitting anything. And then shoot this into a wall for a little bit of extra damage. Didn't shoot it into the wall. Is that not a thing? I definitely assumed that was a thing. Jesus! It's a lot of hornets! Okay. Can't even drown these things. Lots of health. Can't move quite far enough to push a lot of them into each other. Can't attack from water, but they're not doing much yet. So can push this one. Can push this one. Can punch this one. Yeah. It's not... Wait. Okay, yeah. Not perfectly efficient, but does completely avoid damage. Oh, it was going to until we moved this here. How much do you hit for? 2? Oh, we could punch you and then shoot you, and this building gets hit? I feel like taking out an enemy and taking 2 damage to our guy is worth it. Gotta protect the grid. A reset turn. Interesting. 1 per battle. It seems to be a mechanic I'm seeing in a number of these tactics games. Ah, my guy had 3 health. He's fine. Yeah, that's a lot of hornets. Okay, let's actually plan things out first. Or just start doing stuff. Okay, so... Tactical efficiency, optimal. Alright, so we're going to take 2 grid hits here. But we protected the opponent. Resisted! Nice. Oh, rolled 2 15s! Sick. Last turn. So we could kill that, push that. Deal with both of those. Then we need to push this and this. Okay. Alright, which did put this here. You can still move, you cannot. You attack for 1 or 2. You attack for 2. We definitely don't want to lose a mech pilot. But this is an AI unit. I don't think we lose anything for losing an AI pilot. And I'm always in for hubris. Alright, cool. Nothing was damaged. We're okay. Yeah. Nothing was damaged because we rolled ridiculously well. Oh, we did not get the kill 7 enemies. No XP there. And max level there. Okay. Man, I sure would love some more pilots. Cool. I don't even know what this is. Let's just do it. These charge beetles are things I really want to tank. These we can push around. I really like the tactics on this game. A pod! Let's try not to destroy it this time. Alright, immediately all 3 of them go after the thing we're trying to defend. Okay, we can't punch this thing. Why would I turn... Huh. Good to know. Yeah, I don't want to risk you destroying the pod. And that's great, because this guy's now on an axis where he can't do... Oh. He moves, then sets up an attack. Alright, whatever. Okay, so... we can just use this every turn. We can kill that or that. It's pretty wild. So... will this kill the things coming up? It's kind of interesting to know. No, so that'll still come up. Alright, so confirm that getting pushed against walls doesn't squish you. Enter. Alright, so we'll need to push that. Damage if trampled by the enemy. So, my best guess would actually be that this will not... So we could shove this into the path of this to block. Now, we're not quite close enough to do it there. We could do it there. That sounds like fun. Oh, smoke blocking. Whoops. You know what? I'm probably okay just tanking this one. Oh, no, but now this building's going to get hit, and I did want to prevent that. Whoops. Alright, well, mistakes were made. Oof. Seems pretty good. Now, on the other hand, these are both things I can just move out of the way of. So if I push that over one, it's going to destroy this thing. We do only need to do one more turn, though. Try and kill both of those. Can't attack. Is there a... I haven't seen the... Oh, there is a repair option. I hadn't used that for anything. That's probably good to know about. Alright. Oh, but smoke is blocking again. Dang it. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to be okay with taking a bit of damage. That doesn't matter. And eradicate that. And then there are no further buildings being hit? I guess we're body blocking here. We're not getting much XP off of this one. We've sacrificed that piloted mech quite a few times now. We did protect the time pod. Vector core. Alright. Okay, so do... You know, I think what we actually want here is damage, because this is currently our least useful mech. But I'll plug in the core for now, so that we can use it for the health in the meantime. Alright, our power grid is pretty low. Let's try and do something. Lightning Storm. Cataclysm. But beware the weather. I like both of these. Kill at least 7 enemies. We've been kind of bad at that. Protecting batteries, we've been good at that. Yeah, we've been doing better defensively than offensively with our current squad. Special effect that will happen every turn. 4 marked spaces. Cool. I like stuff like that. Attack order. Interesting. Fire damage, environment, enemy actions. Enemies emerge. Good to know. Mom, look! Ralph, you're a grim dude. Oh, threatening our thing we care about. Alright, so we've got a pretty easy play where we can just move the artillery to scatter these two and they won't hit anything. That said, that doesn't deal any damage. So that's a pretty good option to have in our back pocket, but we should see if we want to deal any damage as well. So there is the option of just, like, kill this dude. So if we shoot him in front here and then punch this, we get some nice value. So not like a huge deal, but we got just a bit of extra damage there for free. So like playing that turn. Yeah, it's a good point by Rowan that if we took 3 grid damage this game, we'd have larger problems than not getting 1 corporate respect. Lightning. Wow, alright. So, punching here is kind of nice because it would... Alright, we need to protect everything, though. We can't Oh, we could... Wait, what does lightning do? Kill everything. And we do actually know that lightning will happen first, so we can move our mech out of the way, shoot this, kill it, knock this into the lightning. So that's a great turn. Which just means we need to move our mech out of the way, which, punching this guy into lightning is also good. So this is a great turn. And then I guess just shoot this and keep the central position. I don't know what this is from. Is there an enemy here? I don't know. Nice. And we do get the XP from that, which is good. That was a really good turn for us. We're done for. Alright, only 3 enemies on the map. Can we kill all 3 of them? Probably not. So we can just kill that, which is good to know. And we can just punch this. And this guy we can just move out of the way of. none of them can be pushed... Well, this thing's just going to die anyway. Wait, what? I don't understand why that did the thing that it did. That's upsetting. So we're at 1 grid left. So this run will probably be over fairly soon. But that's actually nice. I feel like I've got a pretty solid handle on the game now. Put you in the way of lightning, and just step aside there. Yeah, the amount of environmental effects are great. Sorry, we accidentally shot you with the artillery building. Alright, not bad. And we get our final boss. So it looks pretty similar. I wonder if... Man, like, getting just different starting things is going to change this game a lot, which is great. Okay, so knocking this into the water is clearly great. Can just get out of the way of this and get out of the way of this. Oh, I can make you charge into the water. That's cool. So this one's off to a pretty good start. So we'll just circle around here to get the damage in. Alright, so you can't get to there currently. And I can't have you attack from there. So we can easily push this off. And then punch it. And kill that somehow. Okay, cool. I guess maybe we just punch this? Alright. Seems good. Not having these scorpions around is pretty nice. Okay, so we do need to push M1. Alright, and we've got that. Yeah, and we've got 2 power grid. Okay, so we've got a bit of a tense situation with 4 of them attacking buildings and only 3 of us. So you can push this one over, but can't do much. You can kill this. Oh, that does damage. Whoops. We're going to take 1 grid damage here. Oh, can we even... we might not even... Oh, no, we can... Huh. Yeah, we didn't plan this out perfectly. Think this just makes us lose the game? We can't target ourselves. Yep, we messed this turn up. Now we lose the game. Let's reset turn. Okay, so it is imperative that we move the Hornet Leader 1 space. It is not clear that that's even possible. We can just try and kill it. That also seems hard. Question, do you have... We gave you the ability that you can shoot buildings without stuff, right? Okay. Yeah, it still isn't going to be enough to save us, just because we spent so many resources on it. Although if this attacks first, that might do it. Alright, let's see if we lose the game. Perfect. So we're still going to take 1 there. And be very close to losing the game, but... Oh hey, and more friends showed up. So these are both problems that will lose us the game. You know, 85%. We could, theoretically... Right, so we need to take out this. We've got 3 things we need to do. That should be possible. Oh, you could move further. It's pretty clear that if we're going to do anything... So then we need to figure out some way to deal with both of these. So... You don't quite have the damage capability, and you don't quite have the movement. Oh no, we can scatter there. Alright. So we just get to barely keep being alive. Oh, it's canceling attacks because I'm pushing them into smoke. It's not clear to me where smoke comes from, but... Alright, 2 islands down. Spend reputation. So some grid defense sounds nice. That looks fun. So we still don't have any science stuff. Okay, so it shows the little animation of the mech. Okay, so don't want to sell our pilots, don't want to sell our guns. Don't want to sell our networked armor. It's... non-damaging projectile. Phase cannon. I'm kind of inclined to... I think I like just pick up Vice Fist, repair our grid. Unlocked Pinnacle Robots. After securing 2 corporate islands, the final mission is available to complete. Difficulty of this battle scales to your current progress. Fighting now will be as much of a challenge as attempting it after. How do I fight? Volcanic Hive, last stand. Charge any distance before punching. That's pretty cool. Alright, I kind of like fighting the final boss here. It is, getting towards probably the end of our stream, and I think I'd rather, like, win or lose on our first run, and then we can, try a little more of a competent run after that. Okay. Okay, so we didn't have that equipped, so that's a good thing to know. So, does 1 damage by default. Currently using Buildings Immune. Switch over to +1 move for the final battle. +2 health. Can't get the extra damage easily. Deals no damage to allies. I guess just take the health tank here. And let's try and take down a volcanic hive. We are humanity's last hope. Punching things into water is good. So I just want as much mobility as possible. Oh, okay. So I guess we need to defend these. And there's lightning. And there's a volcano. Oh, there's a volcano. Okay, so we win in 4 turns. But there's a volcano, and they're attacking all of our grid. And there's this boulder. So my question, does the boulder move? Yes, it does. Not attacking. Can move out of the way. So you are the real problem. Because you just spawned... Okay, so if I then shoot this here... Alright. That guy seems pretty annoying. Hopefully not too many more of those showing up. Alright, we got lava coming in, shooting an invulnerable volcano. Fire raining down from the sky, I'm gonna go ahead and guess. Yeah, this is an exciting one. So, alright, got environment still goes before enemies. So got that going for us. So we can just move out of the way of that. Bunch of stuff shooting at the grid. Could punch you into the water. Gonna shoot you into the water. And then we've still got these three hitting the grid. So probably we need to move out of the way of you rather than... You can presumably get somewhere useful. Yeah, we could punch you into that. We could also just move out of the way of this one. So if we just... These are the three that are attacking buildings. So if we just focus on those, that makes a certain amount of sense. But also, style points there seems fun. Okay, so we are going to get a little bit of a hit to our grid here. Oh no, we can kill this, push back both of those. Alright. Seems good. And of course it is also filling the battlefield with fire. Yeah, I'm really into this one. Especially excited about seeing what it looks like as I unlock more mechs and stuff. Alright, then we've got lava flow coming out here. So only got 3 more turns. What is this nonsense? Throwing globules that are going to cause us problems, I guess. So if we move here, we get to knock one of these into the water and one of these into the fire, which is perfect. But we should read what this does. The Scion Tyrant. What is the Scion Tyrant? Okay, this guy. How much health do you have? Not that much. Alright, so that solves that. Then we've only got to deal with this exploding bunch of places we don't care about. Need to deal with this guy somehow, and need to go with this somehow. Taking a bunch of damage from the Tyrant does sound like a hassle. But I don't love losing this power either, and I'm not sure we have any way to prevent both. Wonder if we could have arranged that better beforehand. Let's just get a hit in on this first, and we'll call it good. Alright, so that was really brutal, but... haven't taken a single point of grid damage yet. So now we need to worry a lot more about our robots. Last turn. Okay, so... got grid being fired on by this nonsense. Which we could probably push into the lava. So we can just kill both of these here. What can you deal with? Not much. You're not super useful right now. And what can you deal with? Do need someone to deal with this, probably, but mostly we just need to do this. So I guess this grid building is going to take a hit, and there's nothing we can do about that. Knock the blob into the lava, and then turn. We'll take one grid hit, and win the game. Oh, God! Of course. Who should have known it wouldn't be so easy. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, knocking the Firefly leader is the biggest thing. Falling rock. That's great news. So we can one-shot that with whatever. This alpha crab is also a huge problem. And then there's this nonsense. So We basically just can't be super worried about the grid at this point. So... we're definitely going to take 1 damage here. We're definitely going to kill the Firefly leader. We have multiple ways we could knock this back. Can we knock it into lava? That'd be nice if we could. Alright, and then we can avoid this taking damage. I like that our health respawned in between those two parts. That's a small mercy. Alright, and there we're taking 1 grid damage and killing the biggest enemy on the map, but... oh, that hits 2 squares. Oh, didn't even take the grid damage. How convenient. And this deals damage to the thing, too, good to know. That's just targeting us, so we can just move out of the way there. Alright, so nothing's hitting that except for this dude. Move here, punch this into that. Do need to deal with the scorpion. And we're basically just ignoring the grid damage. Alright, and we want to move that out of the area of effect, and ideally disrupt both of these somewhat. Alright. This is still taking 1 hit to the grid, but overall, seems good. Wait, what? Okay, that's exciting. Alright, we do only have 4 health on the grid, so it's not like we have infinite time here. Alright, and we're not making a lot of... okay, so this is a huge problem. This is a problem. Oh, no, you're artillery. So, what is our plan here? Lots of things attacking the grid. But we need to deal with these two. We push this, it'll push into the bomb, which is not great for us. Really don't want to push the bomb into the lava. Alright, so we're going to want to pull this in and shoot this into this. And that'll kill it. and then we'll have to knock this off course here. Alright. And then we can just punch this, get some damage in, prevent damage here, and get damage here. Alright, so starting to run pretty low on power here. Only 1 or 2 turns left. Alright, last turn. Nothing is attacking the bomb. Everything is attacking power, pretty much. So we need to get that and that are really the only two. Okay, so we do need to push that, I guess. Alright, what's the plan here? So this is a bit of an issue, but we can push that, and then we've got the artillery, which we want to just use to push that somehow. Or we could vice versa it. Oh yeah, you can just kill both of these. It's a much easier solution to the problem. Alright, and then you just need to push that a square. Which you can do from, let's say, here. And I guess we still take a hit to power, but... So if there's a third area, we're going to be in trouble, because we're going in with 1 power. Okay, so we have successfully saved this timeline. Alright, cool. So that was our first run of Into the Breach. Very cool little game. That hive has been destroyed, saving this timeline from ultimate doom. Island civilians protected, 9,000. Total Earth lives saved, approximately 4.6 billion. We'll bring Ralph along. He served us well. Alright. Well, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that one. Definitely excited to play more of that at some point, but think I will call the stream for this evening. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Had a really good time, and have a very good night, everyone.